My balcony camera caught kids damaging cars, and now everyone says I'm the villain. I moved into the complex a few weeks ago and loved it right away. My balcony looks over a small grilling lawn beside the parking lot. The area is open and green, and it gets loud in a good way when people cook or hang out. At first I saw kids playing tag in the grass, and I thought, finally, kids acting like kids. But it didn't stay sweet for long. The games kept spilling into the parking lot. They started hiding between cars and weaving around bumpers. The squeak of scooters scraped metal. After a weekend, I found thin white lines on my driver door. The marks weren't small. The next day I watched from the balcony and saw them duck in and out between cars, touching mirrors, jumping off curbs, and riding bikes with no one watching. My neighbor from the first floor texted me a photo of a fresh scuff on his back door. Another neighbor sent a picture of a long scratch on her fender. None of us had seen parents outside. Some of the kids looked very young. I went to the leasing office and explained everything. I showed photos from my phone. They pulled up the lease and said minors couldn't be out alone. Under 17 had to be with a parent. They told me this unit had passed complaints for noise. Then they gave me 3 options. 1, I could walk up and tell the kids to go home. 2, I could call the office each time I saw them unsupervised. 3, I could call the police, show the lease rule, and have the kids escorted back. I didn't want to be the person calling the police on children. I picked option 2 and started logging dates and times and snapping pictures from my balcony when they ran through the rows of cars. A manager emailed later and said the family tied to those kids was on their last chance. More violations could trigger eviction. That made my stomach drop. I didn't hate kids. I just wanted my car, and everyone's car left alone. Our complex even has 3 fenced playgrounds with signs that say parents must supervise. When my friend came over and saw me take a photo from the balcony, she rolled her eyes. She told me I was cold and out of touch. She said I wasn't a parent and didn't get how tired people are after work. I told her there are safe places here for play, and this spot isn't one of them. She said I sounded like a Karen and shook her head. I asked the office what else I could do besides call in violations. They suggested a small outdoor camera pointing only at the parking spots, not at windows. I bought one, mounted it on my balcony railing, and aimed it at my stall and set motion alerts. A few nights later, my girlfriend and I went out for dinner in her car. Halfway through a plate of chicken, my phone buzzed. I opened the app and saw 3 kids in the frame. Scooters scraped between bumpers. One boy ducked low, a handlebar tapped a door, and his foot kicked off against a tire. A smaller kid squeezed between my car and the next, hand sliding along paint. In the clip, the smallest one dragged a little plastic bat by his side. They laughed and kept going down the row. We paid fast and drove back. I stood on the balcony and watched them circle the lot again. No adults, no one even looking out a window. I saved the clip and walked to my first floor neighbor. He came out and we watched the video together. He swore softly and called the other neighbor with the scuffed fender. She came over in slippers, arms crossed tight, and watched the clip twice without talking. We agreed to file a report. We didn't want drama. We wanted the damage on record so we could file insurance claims, and so the office would take this seriously. We used the non-emergency number. An officer called back, took our info, and told us to send the video and photos by email. We stood by the mailboxes while we filled out the form on our phones and attached everything we had. When the email went through, we walked to the leasing office with the report number and the clip. The agent on duty listened, watched the video, and wrote down our unit numbers. She pulled the file for the family and read off past violations for noise, trash left out, and unsupervised minors. Her face went flat when the scooter handlebar tapped the door in the clip. She said this would be enough to move forward. I thought about my friend's words and almost said we didn't want the parents kicked out, but I kept quiet. My neighbors stood right there, and both of their cars were marked too. The agent said the office would start the eviction process based on the history and the new evidence. She asked us to email the video so it could go in the file. We nodded. I forwarded the clip from the camera app and added the police report number in the subject line. The agent's computer dinged. She said she had it and thanked us. I put my phone in my pocket, exchanged a look with my neighbors, and we walked out of the office together. Now my friend is calling me a Karen for the police report. Was I wrong?